Welcome to Bangla City SATV News. This is Shabala Alam with our headlines. Prime Minister will leave Dhaka for Maldives tomorrow on a 6-day official visit to Memorandum of Understandings likely to be signed. Bangladesh and Thailand signed a deal to facilitate trade by enhancing maritime connectivity on the Bay of Bengal. World Health Organization issues Omicron warning before holidays to protect public health as Omicron variant spreads globally. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will leave Dhaka for Malé, the capital of Maldives, tomorrow noon on a 6-day official visit at the invitation of Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohammed Solih. During the visit, 4 instruments including 2 memorandum of understandings are likely to be signed on December 23rd. The 4 proposed deeds are agreement on avoidance of double taxation and prevention of fiscal evasion with respect to taxes on income, on the transfer of prisoners, MOU in the areas of healthcare and medical sciences between Bangladesh and Maldives, and on cooperation in the area of youth and sports development. Besides, the MOU on recruitment of qualified health professionals between Bangladesh and the Maldives will be renewed. During the visit, the Bangladesh will give 30 military vehicles to Maldives as a token of friendship between the 2 South Asian nations. The Premier is scheduled to reach Dhaka on December 27 afternoon. Bangladesh and Thailand have signed a deal to facilitate trade by enhancing maritime connectivity between the 2 countries on the Bay of Bengal. The Memorandum of Understanding MOU was signed between the Port Authority of Thailand, Ranong Port and Chittagong Port Authority of Bangladesh on virtual platform. Mohammad Zafar Alam, Member Admin and Planning, the Chittagong Port Authority, and LTJG Chairman Charit RTN from the Port Authority of Thailand signed the MOU on behalf of the respective authorities, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said today. The MOU is expected to facilitate trade between Bangladesh and Thailand by enhancing maritime connectivity between the 2 countries on the Bay of Bengal. The United States Department has announced up to $5 million as a reward for information on the killing of writer-blogger Abhijit Roy and the concurrent attack on his wife Rafida Bonna Ahmed in Dhaka in 2015. Rewards for Justice, the counterterrorism rewards program of the U.S. State Department Diplomatic Security Service, made the announcement in a statement yesterday. Bangladesh-born U.S. citizens were visiting Dhaka to attend a book fair when unidentified assailants attacked them on the Dhaka University campus on February 25, 2015, killing Abhijit while Bonna survived with critical injuries. He coordinated international protests to raise awareness of the plight of imprisoned atheist bloggers in Bangladesh and was a well-known critic of social repression. He was targeted and killed for his outspoken beliefs and activism. However, an Asarullah Bangla team, a militant group, claimed responsibility for the attack. Those responsible for the attack are believed to be in Bangladesh. The temperature in Bangladesh saw an increase today, and the areas affected by the mild to moderate cold wave has also become fewer in number. Low west temperature recorded at 8.8 degrees Celsius in Tetulia. Bangladesh Meteorological Department said day and night temperature have climbed a little and the trend is likely to continue. The cold wave was likely to start to subside from. Meanwhile, the BMD forecast that the weather may remain dry with temporarily partly cloudy skies across the country and light fog may occur at different places during the morning. A mild cold wave is sweeping through the district of Panchagor, Kurigram, Joshore and Chuadanga, and it may abate. Viewers are taking a short break. Stay with Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back. You're watching Bangla City SATV News. Now international news. The death toll from the strongest typhoon to hit the Philippines this year surged to 375 on Monday as desperate survivors pleaded for urgent supplies of drinking water and food. Reports said at least 375 people were killed and 56 are missing in the latest disaster to hit the archipelago, with 500 more injured. More than 380,000 people fled their homes and beachfront resort as rise slammed into the country on Thursday. Scientists have long warned the typhoons are becoming more powerful and strengthening more rapidly as the world becomes warmer because of human-driven climate change. The World Health Organization urges the international community to cancel events over the festive period. WHO also reports that COVID-19 variant Omicron is spreading and infecting vaccinated people. Meanwhile, shortly after, the top medical advisors at the White House said that the Omicron variant is raging around the world. The Washington, D.C. state government declared a state of emergency. As of Monday, the variant has been confirmed in 45 U.S. states, with experts warning Omicron is expected to become the dominant strain in the coming weeks. In Europe, Germany has ruled out a Christmas lockdown and plans to introduce tighter antivirus measures in the coming days. Hit by the rapid spread of Omicron, the UK logged nearly 92,000 new cases on Monday alone. Besides, London cancels New York event over virus surge. Prime Minister Boris Johnson warned the public of new virus controls due to fears of the country's health services could be overwhelmed. At least 14 people have died and tens of thousands are displaced following one of the worst floods Malaysia have seen in decades. 3 days of massive torrential rain over the weekend caused severe flooding in 8 states, partially submerging towns and villages in water. The government has come under fierce criticism over its delayed response. Several people have been reported as missing and fears are mounting that the death toll will rise sharply. As of Monday, an estimated 51,000 people had been evacuated from their homes. Most of them were from Pahang and the eastern coast of Malaysia, one of the worst hit states. Reports said at least 17 people died and around 60 were missing after a boat sank off the northeast coast of Madagascar early Monday. Port Authority Chief Gen Edmund Radrianantan Nena said 45 of the 130 passengers aboard the vessel were rescued and searches were continuing for the others with the help of local volunteers. He said the vessel was a cargo ship that was taken on passengers illegally. Another Port Authority said after a technical problem affecting the engine, the boat found itself at the mercy of the waves and foundered on the reef. Leading world powers have condemned Hong Kong's tightly vetted legislative vote, saying the rules imposed by Beijing eroded democracy. The city held its first vote on Sunday after China imposed a national security law on Hong Kong. Only 30% of the electorate voted, the lowest since China assumed power almost a quarter of a century ago. In response, the G7 expressed its grave concern over the erosion of democratic values. It also called for China to respect the fundamental rights and freedoms of Hong Kong. In an earlier statement, the US, Canada, Australia and New Zealand rebuked the new system in even stronger rhetoric, saying the law has eliminated any meaningful political opposition. Germany's new Prime Minister Olaf Scholz on Monday met with Italian counterpart Mario Draghi in Rome. During the talks, the two leaders looked to narrow the differences over EU fiscal rules. Some of the projects include the field of environmental transition, digital transition, defense and coordination. Known as the Stability and Growth Pact, the EU launched a review of its fiscal rule book in October to better reflect the new post-COVID-19 reality of higher public debt and the massive cost of transitioning to a carbon-neutral economy. Such fiscal rules have since become a major source of tension between member states. The UK's Vodafone is set to auction the first text message ever sent as an NFT. The message, which reads "Merry Christmas," was first sent on December 3, 1992 and will be auctioned off online on Tuesday through a French auction house. In France, it is forbidden to sell intangible goods, so as gave tangible form to this first text message with this digital frame which displays the code, the protocol used to send the first text message. The text message was sent to Neil Papworth, an engineer for Vodafone, who sent the message to a Vodafone manager in the UK. The winner of the auction will also receive the replica of the original communication protocol that transmitted the text message, while the proceeds will go to the UN Refugee Agency. The next International Kolkata Book Fair to be held in January next year. It will be dedicated to Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and Bangladesh will be the country in focus of the event. Kolkata Book Fair was not held this year due to the corona epidemic. Earlier theme country of the book fair in 2020 was Russia. Kolkata Book Fair is considered the largest attended book fair in the world, where disparate political ideologies get an opportunity to sell their literature. Now sports news. Bangladesh coach Russell Domingo expressed his relief after finally being out of the quarantine and being able to train under sunshine in New Zealand 11 days after reaching the country for 2 test matches. In a video message posted by the Bangladesh Cricket Board, said the team will start a low-intensity training now for the first 2 days before picking up the intensity level for the 2 test matches, with the first one scheduled to start on January 1st. The Bangladesh team were allowed to have their first training session today after all members of the squad returned with results in the latest COVID test on Monday. Bangladesh under-19 team has left the country to play Youth Asia Cup and World Cup. The Tigers left Dhaka for the United Arab Emirates at 6:45 p.m. Arriving in the UAE, the Bangladesh team will practice on Thursday at the end of the quarantine. The Tiger Youth will start the Asia Cup mission the next day. Bangladesh will face Nepal in the first match. After, the Naveed Nawaz team will face Kuwait and Sri Lanka in the remaining 2 matches of the group stage. After the Asia Cup mission, Bangladesh will go to Caribbean island from there. The coaches and cricketers think that the event will boost the balance and confidence of the team before they enter the stage of the Youth World Cup. Bangladesh will play 2 practice matches before setting the world stage after the Asia Cup. Before ending, we go to the Euro-Bangla City SATV News headlines again. Prime Minister will leave Dhaka for Maldives tomorrow on a 6-day official visit to Memorandum of Understandings likely to be signed. Bangladesh and Thailand signed a deal to facilitate trade by enhancing maritime connectivity on the Bay of Bengal. World Health Organization issues Omicron warning before holidays to protect public health as Omicron variant spreads globally. We're up to date so far here on Euro-Bangla City SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.